Good evening, gamers, and welcome back to some more TFT VOD reviews with Spiff Boy. So now, a couple of videos ago, I showed you how to, excuse me, oh man, rough start. A couple of videos ago, I showed y'all how we can get into Plat by forcing duelists. And guess what? You know, maybe if you want to stay in Plat, you also gotta force duelists. You know, I got into Plat and I plateaued for a minute. You know, I was trying out new comps. I was trying different things. I was trying to get weird with it. You know, trying to make some content. But you know, the best content of all is where I can show off the fact that I may actually know how to play this game. And so, you know, thankfully, I was saved by the fact that once you make it into a tier, you can't get demoted. You can lose as much as you want. You're staying Plat 4 or Plat 5. I don't know, whatever the numbers are. Excuse me, man. I gotta stop recording these right after I eat. I'm noticing a trend here. Anyways. So we get into this game. And I'm already leaning towards, you know, just give me my bread and butter, give me some duelists, and we're giving them right away. We got a good duelist start. We got our Kale, we got our Fiora. We sold the Gangplank. Honestly, we could have held on to him. Having the rod on him, we're going to want to build a Rage Blade at some point. So keeping him around wouldn't have been bad. He could have been a good item holder. Especially since without augments, like if we get the carry augment on him, we'll want him to go crazy. Okay, let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get here real quick. Trade sector, I love it. I always take trade sector. It's just, I mean, it's just a powerful economy augment. So we take that. So we got a chain vest, we got a sword, and we have a rod. So now the rod, you know, so I almost freaked out there. I'm like, why did I just reroll? But it makes sense. It was free. Yeah, and we grabbed the vein right away. I mean, it's beautiful. This is an extremely powerful start. And as I mentioned in my last duelist video, one of the core items of a duelist game is actually stacking the Nyla you get at some point with some lockets. So we slam the locket right away on our makeshift tank of Vi. We grab the Ash right away. So we have a 2-star Ash. We have a Vayne. So we have a Recon on them. We got the Fiora. I mean, it's a pretty nasty start. I'm not gonna lie. And our itemization is good. We you know, there's some tactics to lose streaking early to ensure that you get, you know, your pick of the litter when it comes to the carousel round. But we don't necessarily need that. We have a locket. We have a sword. We're sitting pretty dang pretty. You know, if I do say so myself. Vi, again, doesn't really fit into this comp long term, but short term, she's a good tank. She's a 2-cost tank, which is better than a 1-cost tank. I'll give you that much. And so she's gonna be a good item holder for our eventual Nyla. So we're picking up some gangplanks, you know, and we're sitting good here. So yeah, you know, there's not too much you gotta cover here, aside from the fact that we're doing all right. But spoiler, you know, we get dicey with it. So another thing I mentioned in the last video is that it is very hard to get a first place with duelists. It rarely happens. Duelist is a great comp to ensure top 4 to give yourself some minimal LP. And so, you know, I needed the dopamine boost of doing that. And we're up against someone who's level 5 already. I guess, yeah, so they got the Threes Company, which gives them some 3-cost units, and then they just sold them, so they level 5 and have econ. I don't necessarily know if that's the best move, to be honest. I would probably like hard econ if I were them, rather than just force this win streak, but what are you gonna do? Okay, and so look at this. I mean, this is beautiful. So we 2-starred our Gangplank. That's why we replaced our Fiora with him. And then we get our Nyla. Debatable if keeping Vi in was better, because Nyla doesn't give us much. Although she does give us healing, and like the early game healing out of Nyla is insane. So, you know, I respect the decision. But we also look at this. We have the discipline of not picking up this Gangplank. Because we got him 2-star. We got him 2-star, and we're gonna drop him at some point. So there's really no need to pick him up. Again, we could, you know, we want to min-max, yada yada. There could be an argument, you know, it doesn't affect econ. Is how I cope whenever I play this game, and one of my friends tells me, you know, why'd you buy that? You're a dumb idiot. And I'm like, no, man, it doesn't affect econ. So it's actually, I'm not a dumb idiot. But, you know, what are you gonna do? So look at this carousel. That Vayne with the crit glove would have been awesome. I mean, that would have been great. We could have slammed an IE right away. But so we get a bow. So we have a bow and a sword. We have a Giant Slayer, which is pretty good. We could slam the Giant Slayer right away, or we could save this and see if we can get the Rage Blade. Now this is a point of contention in my own mind, where it just feels to me like Rage Blade is the correct item on Vayne. Although I've seen some people play and they don't prioritize the Rage Blade on Vayne. I am torn. I am torn between that, because I mean it just feels so good to see how fast Vayne can attack. I don't know. I remember hearing someone say that there is some sort of attack speed cap, so at a certain point, it's not going to be worth it. But I don't know. It just feels good. It feels good. It looks good. Seeing those, like, I mean, you know, I mean, my primitive brain just turns on and says, numbers go up. Must be good. But I guess that's, you know, you know, so it feels good. Is it correct? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so we don't level there. We did lose a round in the first 3, so there wasn't much benefit of leveling. I think econing here is okay, and we level here. Are you kidding me? What are we doing? Okay. I mean, I was just about to talk about how leveling on the last round wasn't necessary. We level on this round for no reason. I mean, at this point, we want to lose. Kind of. I mean, I guess either way the gold evens out. But if we win, we push to 10. I don't know. That's a strange call. I mean, we get the 4 duelists in the Ox Force. Like, this is obviously kind of what we want to have going into stage 3. But why do I do it right now? That just seems unnecessary. And then we womp this guy anyways. I think if we were down a level, we would have been fine anyways. So, very interesting. This guy took Axiom Arc. Not the greatest augment. So yeah, I'm generally confused about why I made that move. I would recommend not doing that. I guess the standard advice that I think I have, that seems to be the advice that higher elo people have, is that you're not really incentivized to level there, unless you're going for the 5 streak. But as you can tell, we had no opportunity to go for the 5 streak. We're on a 1 streak, which doesn't give us any bonus gold. So, interesting decision making there. But we're strong now. We're strong now, and this trade sector, if you can't tell, has been paying dividends already. We're about to 2-star our Vayne. We're about to 2-star our Alistair. I mean, this is really where the strength of duelist shines. You 2-star some of them early, and it's just not fair. So there we go. We got a Rage Blade. We had a Rage Blade and a Death Blade. And Death Blade is only good on Vayne, so I'm hoping I slam it. Maybe I'm holding out for something more, but I'm not sure. Yeah, perfect. So just to clarify that little point. Again, a lot of things I say, I kind of am just reciting from higher elo people I watch, stream or make YouTube videos. But I also try to, you know, post hoc make some rationalization for the things I see in here. So Deathblade, it just gives straight AD, which on AD champions, you know, let's say you're going sure shots. I mean, it's good, it's okay. You increase your damage output, but the issue is it's much better to be replaced with, you know, Last Whisper to break some armor, or it's good to the other items. like a hurricane, so you can apply Last Whisper more widely, Giant Slayer to improve your damage. Vayne does true damage. Her ability does true damage, which scales. Excuse me, man. I wish I could finish a sentence without getting backed up. All right, let's see what we go for here. I'll finish that thought soon. I think I know what I go for. Yeah, Vitality of the Ox. I don't think I don't. You know, let me check the stats on this one. So my rationale before I check stats on this is that Vitality of the Ox, it's a good thing. It gave me a 2-star Fiora, and it gives my team healing, which is great. Which means I don't necessarily have to build a healing item or take another healing augment. So it's a twofer. I get my 2-star Fiora and I get some healing. Now let's see, what is it, like LOL meta, like TFT meta. Anyways, okay, so back to the Vayne thought. The Vayne thought was that she does true damage that scales off of attack damage. So if you give her more attack damage, like you don't need armor pen because she's doing true damage. Now let's see. Let's look at the traits. Not traits. Augments. Vitality of the Ox. It is a 4.37 average placement. Which, so let's look at unit ones. So, yeah, spread shot could have been better, but I think it was all 2/2/2s. Spirit of Exile is apparently better, but it's actually, it counters our build. Our build is revolving around having this Nyla with a locket in the front line. So Spirit of the Exile is actually like an anti-synergy there. Had I not slammed, you know, Spirit, the lock already, you know, we could make some different choices. Let's see, Vitality of the Ox. It's relatively high, especially for 2 costs. Can I filter by like just 2 costs? Whatever. Point is, Vitality of the Ox, I like it. I think it's not too bad. And yeah, you slam it in a duelist comp. So you know what? I stand by that decision. And as you can see, as I went through this whole research rant, I mean, we 2-starred our Vayne with you know, great items. Our team's healing up huge. I mean, we are coasting right now. And so this is early game duelist. This is what you get some 2-stars, you know, especially with trade sector to get us really looking good in terms of pairs and 2-stars. You can coast. You can coast through stage 3. We are not sweating a thing. And there is, I mean, a bit of luck did factor into this game too. Hold on, now let me think here. What are we going for here? The Zed would be nice with crit gloves. Not a bad choice. He grabs it. So what do we want? I probably check my bench. I'm looking at that guy, seeing what he has, and I'm like, oh yeah, he just did that. So we got a belt. Vest is probably what I'm gonna go for here. Oh, and I didn't even realize I had the option. There we go. Yeah, vest is good. We can throw a Sunfire on our Nyla. She's kind of our primary tank. Not really a, you know, not like technically a tank, but we're gonna make sure we're throwing as many items on her as possible. We want to itemize her prior to Alistair, or you know, eventually we might pick up like an Echo or something. But we want to itemize Nyla. It's always good to stack items on the same unit. Make one unit beefy. You know, we put the Sunfire on Alistair. Well then, you know, he doesn't have the stats from Sunfires or from the Locket, so maybe he dies sooner, and then the Sunfire doesn't last as long. But by stacking items on the same unit, we ensure those effects stick around longer. Is the logic there? So here we go again. We got a Spell Slinger, double Sojin on the LeBlanc. Nothing to sleep on. Not necessarily great either. The issue is that while LeBlanc will cast more, you know, the damage isn't there. So maybe not the best items there. Double Sojin really works well on Misfortune because she's an ace. So she has that bonus execute damage. And all you really care about is her just casting that ult. So double Sojin on MF, pretty good. Double Sojin on LeBlanc. You need a damage item. You need to boost her up. You need to give her a little more sauce. And that's so we're in a, and so with our Vayne here, we have our damage item, our Deathblade. We have our utility item per se, the Rage Blade. So the last item is really could be anything. Giant Slayer, Hextech Gunblade, just boost our healing even more. The options are really unlimited. And so I guess another thing I'll mention about the Vitality Ox is that I like it. Even though Fiora herself is a, okay, also, Sure Shot on Misfortune, that's a bit silly. Misfortune scales off of AP, not AD, despite being an ADC in game. Not how she scales, so a little silly. And there we go, 2-star Nyla for free. Yeah, I think I was about to go on the tangent of, you know, we are level 5 and we have so many like we have three costs that are 2-star. Like our luck has been pretty good this game, you know, and that's what it takes. You know, if we had bad luck, I think we'd be doing fine, but with good luck, you know, we can really do some damage here. So we get a Sona, we get some crit gloves, we get a spatula. Now I'm gonna be honest, I'm going to guess that I don't do anything with the spatula. This thing likely sits in my bench till the end of the game. I do have an upcoming video, probably the one I'm gonna record after this, where I talk a bit about spatula strategies and how I chronically underuse them, but there's a lot of opportunities to use them to great effect. It's tougher when you're kind of like deep into a comp and you don't have a bunch of items sticking around. Like, so I can make a Renegade Crest right now. So, you know, like, what am I doing with the Renegade Crest? That doesn't really do much for me. So, you know, it means we either have to, like, sack a carousel round to get a specific crest. We get a bow, we can make a duelist crest, which, you know, isn't bad. But, you know, would we rather turn these crit gloves into maybe an IE for our Vayne, rather than a crest? I might think so. I don't necessarily think, you know, 8 duelists is kind of a bait, in my opinion. The stats aren't that great. First aid kit. This is, yeah. So we have healing from Fiora, from her augments. First aid kit doubles that. And look, I'm even checking that. So look, your team heals 2% of their maximum health. Make that, what was it, doubled or is it tripled? So, you know, make that 6-8%. Whatever number, you know, floats your boat. That's what we got. So now we pick up this Echo. Not sure if, oh, we do want to field him next, yes, because we will get Aegis thanks to our Alistar. So the Alistar and Echo, great combo. Yeah, I think that brings me back to the tangent that I never finished, is that, yeah, Fiora, good unit, gives us healing, and then Alistar is a great tank. Alistar's a great tank in a lot of comps, and so getting that Ox Force can really help you out. Makes Fiora smack a little bit harder. She's not our primary carry, so it doesn't matter too much, but it also makes sure that that Alistar is able to potentially get off his ability one more time, pop some heals, do some damage to the kids. So now we're up against a Kai'Sa gamer. He doesn't have Static Shiv, which, if you remember my Kai'Sa video, is a must-have. You need a Static Shiv or an Ionic Spark. Otherwise, Kai'Sa's just not going to get it done, and she doesn't get it done. You really need to shred MR with Kai'Sa for her to really play to her full potential. So, yet again, we are just vibing. I'm going to throw in the Echo, get some Aegis, makes our team a little tankier. And I guess we're buying the Yasuos. We're level 7. Yasuo isn't, like, too critical to us, so, you know, 3-starring him isn't really, excuse me. 3-starring him really isn't, like, the prerogative. But again, it doesn't affect decon, so what are we worried about? Now this guy's got a beefy Camille hacking her in, and I believe it is the support augment, which is interesting. So the Camille support augment essentially gives like Renegade to your whole team. Whenever an ally dies, everyone else does more damage. So pretty good. If you're running, you know, if you're running Renegades, you know, just those stacking effects help. 3-starring her with that, not necessarily good. I mean, look at him. He has no health and he lost to us. That guy is in a tough spot. Now, if he would have gotten the Camille carry, which just gives her like an insane shield as you're fighting, now that may have been worth 3-starring her. Because, I mean, it looks like he spent a lot of his gold on that 3-star. So we're at the carousel. I think sword here is the option, especially if it's on a Leona. The fact that it lasts this long is insane. Yeah, so there we go. Near perfect items. I mean, I might even call these perfect items. Given Vitality of the Ox and first aid kits, you know, we have plenty of healing. So just, yeah, let's just dish out some damage. More AD, our true damage ability can crit. Like, it's truly not fair. Yeah, I guess we're still going for the 3-star Yasuo. Kind of strange. But well, you know, we'll see what happens. But a point I brought up last video, and then the game ended before I could explain it, is that when you combine units that aren't 1 cost, you lose money selling them. So if you combine 3 1-cost units, the 2-star version sells for 3 gold, so it's net even. Nothing changes. Oh, and this guy. Oh, this guy's got a crazy Yumi build, but he pushed 7 and he's going Knife's Edge. How did I lose to that? That's unfortunate. But yeah, so you get 3 gold back. Now, if you combine 3 2-cost units, so a total cost of 6 gold, it sells for 5, so you lose money. Unfortunate, or really. So now here I'm rolling, and I'm also throwing out a Mordekaiser for some reason. A quick little laser core, why not? I wonder if I end up regretting that decision. But yeah, this game we are hard committing. I may or may not have mentioned it before, but when you play Duelists, you have 2 options. You either have Vayne carry or Zed carry. Seeing as we have near perfect items for Vayne, we're hammering a Vayne carry. And in order for Vayne carry to, well, carry the game, you need the 3-star. So that's why we roll at 7. That's the highest chance of 3-starring 3 costs, and that's what we're going for. Now this double Soj and LeBlanc guy, he got his damage. He got the jeweled gauntlet, which definitely ups the damage a bit. And also, 3-star Vayne, easy peasy. Why not? Yeah, we dropped the Mordekaiser. We were trolling with that one. Thank God. But yeah, so she's 3-starred now. It's beautiful. So yeah, we roll at 7. And now, if I'm greedy, I roll for Nyla, but I think I should be smart and econ for a level here. Yeah, because you know Zed isn't doing much for us. He's giving us 6 duelists, which is about all we need out of him. But we don't have the items for him. You need Edge of Night on Zed. Otherwise, he's just not doing anything for you. So we got Crit Gloves. We do have the ability to build a Duelist Spat or a Last Whisper. So what do I go for? Yeah, Last Whisper on Zed. I mean, it's good. I don't know if it's optimal though. So interesting play call out of me. The Duelist Spat might have been better. Then we could like drop gang, like get like maybe like Duelist LeBlanc and drop the Gangplank. That's an option. Although we do know we're contested on the Gangplank, or not the Gangplank, the LeBlanc. So, you know, it's yeah, you win some, you lose some. But overall, I'd say we're in a pretty strong spot. Like the 3-starring Vayne is going to do a lot of work for us. The guy I am most worried about, truthfully, is the LeBlanc guy, because he has a Syndra that's just cooking in the back row. And, you know, no matter how much damage my Vayne does, she's doing damage to one unit at a time. So if they can just keep throwing units in, well, you know, how am I supposed to keep doing damage, you know? Oh, we're rolling. Why are we rolling here, bud? Oh, you goofball. Come on, man, just level. Sedge is good. I mean, we're just taking the bait. So this, I mean, this is the primary mistake of this game. Like, what are we doing? Getting Nyla 3-star, I think, is good. You know, it's always like the more upset I get, like the more likely it is I actually end up 3-starring her. I don't know though. I try to keep these videos a little spoiler free for me, so I can truly analyze them as they should be analyzed, not being able to say, oh, worth, just because I know how it ends. So yeah, so I don't think 3-starring this Nyla is going to change the game. I think getting more units out there, activating more synergies is really going to be where we grow the strength. Or, you know, bumping up a level, rolling for a Zed, getting a Z2. He's not our main carry, but if he does more damage, you know, I'm not going to complain. It's just more ways for us to win. But you know what it is? You know what it is? It's I get baited by the free reroll where I roll once and I'm like, that felt good. But you know what would feel better? Hitting my units, and then I just keep rolling. So I guess that's just the trap I'm in, and you know, maybe it's something I gotta reflect on. But we're still healthy. We're above 50 health. As long as you're above 50 health, you know, you can kind of do whatever. That is, of course, until you lose one round terribly. All right, so now here we go. We're up against the Upert again. As you all know, Upert pretty dang strong. Oh yeah, and there's another good thing to notice, and I wonder if I do pick up on this. I am contested on the Nyla by the Upert guy. Oh, and I beat him. Oh, do I beat him? Yeah, nice. So I'm contested on the Nyla by the Yuumi player. So this is kind of more reason to say, yeah, maybe we don't roll. But at the same time, we're also 2 off, so maybe we do roll. You know, it's these little judgment calls. So now, what item do we grab here? Vayne is fully itemized. Probably want a tank item. I think Redemption is the one I want to go for here. And I wonder if it is. Dragonclaw taken. Redemption seems like the clear choice. Yeah. I'm not gonna say these are the best possible items for Nyla, but these are a really solid set of items. You know, we have AoE damage. Oh, and we're real close. Oh, click it, man. That's been happening a lot lately. I've noticed that like some streamers will like click and drag the cards off of there we go. Let's get another unit out there. They'll click and drag the units out of the shop rather than I'll ditch this. This it's a toss-up. Where they'll click and drag the. Oh my God, we're getting hard contested for this sedge. Maybe we should have stuck with Echo. Someday I'll finish this sentence. I promise you guys. They'll click and drag the cards out of the shop when they buy them, and I always got confused. But recently, the few games I've been playing, where like I'm at the end and I have to start panic rolling to get the things. I'll click it, but it won't register, and then we're just in an unfortunate spot where we just rolled past the unit we needed, and then like we probably don't hit after that, which is really sad. So I sold the Fiora to make Econ. I stand by that decision. We're buying out 4 costs to see if we can. I guess get a Nyla 3 and a Yasuo 3. I mean, again, it's insane. How many times do I have to tell myself? And we didn't even slam Redemption that last fight, dude. I'm a clown. Wowzers is right. This luck is, I mean, it's too good. I mean, this is, and we keep rolling because why not? Why not? It's not like we were gonna make like. How many times am I gonna get upset with me and then get exactly what I want? Because I was in the middle of the sentence saying, what are we even looking for? What do we even want? And then I was like, oh, I guess a Zed would be good here, and boom, there it shows up. So yeah, I guess yeah. So is that poetic justice or is that just dumb luck? Anyways, our 3-star Nyla is putting in work, but not quite enough work. So, you know, we're in a semi-dicey spot. We're in the money. You know, this is what I promised you guys out of Duelists, is we make it in the money. Again, what in the world are we rolling for? I get maybe a Sejuani. Okay, it's a free reroll. Let's not get too upset. Let's not get too upset now. It's a free reroll. Anyways, we still have our spat sitting on the bench. What in the world will we do with that spat? Absolutely nothing. But don't you worry. The next video in the queue shows you exactly what to do with those spats, because I've been underutilizing them far too often. So we get a little money. Not have to make econ, unfortunately. Ionic Spark isn't bad. Hextech Gunblade, maybe. I guess. So we did 2-star the Zed, and we have first aid kits. So that healing will go a long way. So, you know, while I said we need Edge of Night on Zed, he's not our carry. So if we're just having him do, you know, utility operations, it's pretty good utility. So we did a little swapperoo. We're up against the Yuumi guy again. We did a little scouting. This guy did not hit. He is in a very unfortunate spot. Been stuck at level 7 for unknown reasons. Should have been level 6 to 2-star some of the 3-star some of the supers. But you know, I guess he didn't catch my latest Yuumi video, so he doesn't know what he's doing out here. So very unfortunate. Going for a 3-star Riven, a very expensive gambit, if you ask me. So we no longer have to worry about him. I don't see any way. Even if that Riven does get 3-starred, I'm not even sure if he was playing Riven. He might just be benching a potential 3-star Riven. But I do not. I guess we just send it. Let's get a Sedge. Let's get a Sedge too. Why not? Let's get an Echo too. Why not? Yeah, you know, just keep going. Yeah, buy the Fiora. Why not? Oh. I was gonna say, if I sold that Alistair, then not only would I have a 1-star tank out there along with my Echo, but I would lose all the potential synergies. So here we get some bonus MR, which is actually great. And this is something you could actually scout for if you want, if you are so inclined, to see if you're going up against like an AP team or an AD team. You know, AD team maybe Sedge is better, AP getting that Aegis MR is better. And yeah, we're up against a Kai'Sa player who does primarily AP and does not have a static Shiv. So bye bye. I guess you didn't watch my Kai'Sa video either. These kids could learn a thing or two from me. So at this point, you know, realistically, I don't know why we're rolling. I think the only way we get stronger is, yeah, I'm trying to run through the things right now. We definitely want Alistair out there for the Ox Force. We want Echo out there for the Aegis. The way I see this team improving is going to 9 and you know, then throwing in the Sedge as well. But you know, I don't think the game's gonna last that long, unfortunately. Now, those always make me a little upset that this Vayne, like, just straight up just ignored that Zed. Like, you killed the unit you were attacking. Why not look at the dude in front of you? Although, I think Edge of Night drops aggro when it procs, which, again, is why it's a must-have for Zed. But yeah, we see this guy beats me. So, what do we do about that? What do we do about that? I mean, is this the same guy? That guy grabs admin. We grab Runets. Yeah, Runets not bad. So we're in a 1v1 scenario. Oh yeah, don't put the spat on him, goofball. Pretty much next round wins. So we drop the Ox Force. We say screw the Ox Force. we need CC. So we have double CC now. We have the Echo. We have the Sedge. We try and bait. We try and pull the hacker aggro onto that Echo, and it works. He doesn't adjust anything, and that's how we win. That's how we win the game. Zed is great when he gets into your back line, unless he starts attacking your tanks. Then he's not very useful. So that was a very slick endgame pivot. We got the Sedge CC. We gave up on Ox Force, and we made sure to dodge the hacker Zed, which was the thing that destroyed us last time, as he killed our carry. And instead, we win the game. So I hope you learned a thing or two about how you can get top 4 and beyond with Duelists. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.